person is seriously injured after a fire at Trump Tower in New York. The fire happened on the 50th floor. There are at least 231 residential units that are listed under the address of Trump Tower. President Trump's second oldest son, Eric, tweeted that there was a fire at the apartment at the tower. The president also tweeted, quote, "Firemen and women did a great job." 13 Action News took over the Strip today for the first 401k financial fitness run and walk. The event helps families stay healthy while moving towards a goal of leadership. 13 Action News anchor Dana Roselli talks with two kids about why they decided to join the run.
What a great day for the walk and run. Right now we are at the after party here at the Hooters Hotel Casino where the party continues. Now that everyone's done and relaxing a little bit, we've got games and food and informational booths out here. What a successful morning to promote financial fitness and financial literacy. In fact, people of all ages took part in the race and the walk. Gavin and Lily both took part. Hi guys, did you have fun?
Yes, a lot of fun.
Why did you decide to take part in it?
Well, it's a really fun activity, good exercise, and it's better than being on your phone all morning.
That's true. It's a good point. You guys, how are you at like saving money, and are you into kind of learning at a young age here at the age that you're at, and to planning for your future?
Yeah. Our mom taught us about Junior Achievement, and Junior Achievement helps kids learn how to save money and prepare for the future. So it's really good. Community.
And as kids, she came into our class and taught Junior Achievement to our classes and our students. So we grew up around Junior Achievement, and we really love it.
Oh, it's so great. Thank you, guys. What a great morning it has been, and it's things like that we're trying to promote and get the word out about. Of course, financial fitness, staying healthy, and saving that money so that we all have a great future and we can cross it off the list and not let it stress us out. Reporting here from the Hooters pool at the after party for the 4.01k race and walk, I'm Dana Roselli.
Looks like a lot of fun there. And of course, KTNV is a proud sponsor of the event. If you'd like to see pictures from today's first 401k race for financial fitness, head over to our website at ktnv.com. Well, right now, can we say it's summer even though it's technically still spring? Well, we officially hit 90 degrees today. The National Weather Service sent out this tweet today. And check this out. Here's a look at the SLS pool where people are enjoying the heat and the sunshine. And it was so beautiful not only because of that heat, but it was also that wind giving you a nice desert breeze. I almost want to jump in there with them, Carla.
A nice desert breeze. Yeah, we saw that 90-degree hit this afternoon, and it's early. We typically see it until April 18th. That's the average date we see it. And here are the high temperatures so far today. These are not the final numbers for the day, but you can see 92 in both North Las Vegas and Las Vegas right around the 2 o'clock hour. And the winds still going strong. The strongest gusts we've seen to about 45 miles per hour. Right now they're closer to 40 in Boulder City, Nellis Air Force Base, and 36 mile per hour winds at the Henderson Executive Airport. Next several hours into the evening and even late night, going to continue to go strong. So I still think we could see gusts between about 40 and 45 through that hour. And that happens to be the time when that wind advisory expires at 10 o'clock. So I'll track those winds hour by hour for the rest of the night, the rest of the weekend, and tell you when we're already tracking the next round of wind next week in your 13 First Alert forecast.
All right, thanks, Carla. Police arrested a man after he refused to come out of a home in North Las Vegas. Detectives say neighbors called police after hearing gunshots near Deer Springs and Decatur. While trying to get him out, one officer fired one shot. No officers were hurt, and the man eventually surrendered and has minor injuries. Now to a developing story. At least 2 people are dead after a man drove into a crowd in Germany. No motive has been released. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston says investigators continuously notice these types of incidents in Europe.
The deadly attack took place in the popular Kippenkerl area of the city. The van driving into people sitting at an outdoor bar, enjoying the warm spring afternoon.
I heard a loud bang, screaming, and then the police arrived and everyone was sent outside.
Munster police tweeting that residents should avoid the area near the Kippenkerl pub due to the police investigation.
Der Täter hat sich selbst im Fahrzeug gerichtet.
Police saying the suspect shot and killed himself inside the vehicle.
Does this have any link to terrorism? I think in short order they'll be able to figure that out. Or is this just a very disturbed person?
Authorities do not believe there is a terrorist motive behind the incident. Rather, they believe the driver to be a middle-aged German man with psychological issues.
When you throw in mental health possibilities, it still could be an extremist group like ISIS or Al-Qaeda, but it also could be a person who's just paranoid, delusional.
This attack similar to a 2016 incident when a stolen truck was driven into a crowd at a Christmas market in Berlin, killing 12 and injuring 56. It also comes on the one-year anniversary of an attack in Stockholm, Sweden, where another stolen truck was driven into pedestrians, killing 5. While there have been fewer of these kinds of attacks in the U.S., 8 people died when a man drove a van down a New York City bike path in October of 2017. Jennifer Eccleston, ABC News, London.
And in Canada, at least 15 people are dead and 14 others are injured after a semi-truck crashes into a bus carrying a junior hockey team. It happened yesterday in Saskatchewan. The team was on its way to a game at the time. Investigators say 28 people, including the driver, were on that bus. At the start of today's game between the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers, they held a moment of silence.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the players, and we ask that you join us in a moment of silence for all those who have been affected.
Authorities aren't confirming whether the people killed were players or coaches. One of the Parkland school shooting survivors is organizing an anti-gun violence march in New York on June 2nd. The high school junior made the announcement alongside civil rights activist Al Sharpton today. She survived the shooting by taking cover under the body of one of her dead classmates.
You never think that it would happen to you, and then when it does, it's like you have to do something. Yes, I'm still traumatized, and yes, it's hard for me to come out and speak, but I have to. I feel like I'm obligated because this can't happen anymore.
Eastman also says she will march to speak up against gun violence affecting the black community. Across the country, town halls were held to continue the conversation about gun control laws. ABC's Brian Clark reports students, parents, and lawmakers participated, but some were noticeably absent.
Student activists involved in last month's March for Our Lives teamed up with townhallproject.com to organize a series of town halls across the country, hoping to keep the conversation about gun laws going. More than 100 events in 34 states, with more than 70 of those town halls being held in Republican districts, about 30 scheduled in Democratically held districts. Organizers leaving empty seats for lawmakers from both parties who didn't attend, symbolizing their absence from the conversation. In Florida, the father of one Parkland shooting victim talked about the day his daughter died.
I don't remember if the last time I saw my daughter, if I said, I love you.
16 events scheduled in Florida, the state recently making some changes to its gun laws following that Parkland school shooting that left 17 dead. But many feel much more needs to be done.
I can't think of a time when it was more important for us to come together as a community to talk about how we can make the kind of change that we need to keep people safe.
Hundreds packing a forum in Northern Virginia in the district of Republican Barbara Comstock, one of the most vulnerable incumbents this November. She declined to attend. However, 2 Democrats vying for Comstock's seat were there. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
Well, it's a hoppin' good time today. Today is National Beer Day, and to celebrate, the Great Vegas Festival of Beer is in full swing inside the World Market Center Pavilion. The festival is a craft beer mecca with hundreds of varieties of beer. The event also offers live music and food. Today's the final day of the festival. Tickets start at $45 for today's grand tasting. And as the Golden Knights prepare for the playoffs, there's still one last regular season game tonight. It's an away game against the Calgary Flames, but fans can still enjoy it on the ice right here in town during another City National Arena skate and watch party. Previous parties at the Knights practice facility near downtown Summerlin have been packed, so be sure and get there early. The game against the Flames starts at 7. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for kids, and that includes a skate rental. With prom season underway, it was time for some pampering. Local makeup artists and hairstylists gathered inside Foster Kinship in North Las Vegas for Sparkle On 2018, the free event giving underprivileged girls a free makeover for prom. Organizer Paz Ramirez says it's all about using her craft to give back.
I want them to feel loved. I want them to feel fabulous, obviously, and it's just a loving and, experience for us, on both sides.
Now that free event goes on until 6 tonight. Foster Kinship is on West Cheyenne Avenue in North Las Vegas. Summer travel will be here before we know it, and those gas prices are already heating up. But instead of worrying how much you'll pay at the pump, we have some alternatives to save you money. But first, 2 homemade bombs explode inside a store in California. Police eventually caught the culprit. And count on Chopper 13 to bring you breaking news fast and first. Stay with us. Welcome back. New video shows 2 explosives detonating inside a Southern California Sam's Club. Ontario police were called to the store Thursday afternoon because of a fire. Bomb squad personnel later confirmed that 2 detonated homemade devices had ignited those fires. The suspect was stopped by police and taken into custody. They say bomb-making materials were found in his car. No one was hurt in the explosions. Well, a harsh reality here, people are cutting back on groceries, delaying retirement, and even getting a second job just to pay for medications. That's according to a new investigation by Consumer Reports. It found 30% of people didn't even bother filling a prescription. They say it's just too expensive. 18% are taking expired medication, and 15% are cutting pills in half to make them last longer. Secret shoppers called more than 100 different pharmacies across the country to check on prices. They found the online website healthwarehouse.com was the cheapest. Second was Costco. Independent pharmacies were the 3rd cheapest, but you need to find the right one. Even Sam's Club and Walmart had a drastic price difference. Consumer Reports found those same medications were in the $900 range at places like Rite Aid and CVS. So here's what you can do to help save. Start with research. Websites like GoodRx, Blink Health, or WeRx can show you what you can expect to pay, and they can also give you coupons to download. Sometimes it's better to skip insurance, pay cash, use manufacturer coupons in order to get a cheaper price. Consumer Reports says ask the pharmacist for all discounts because sometimes they just run them through insurance unless you ask specifically. From Contact 13 now, bad news at the pump. Las Vegas gas prices have hit the $3 mark. To help, 13 Action News anchor Trisha Keene is looking at some ways you can save the next time you fill up your tank.
The fastest way to save when you're getting gas is to join any rewards program.
Why not? Save a few bucks.
Many grocery stores make it easy. Vons and Smith's both offer reward programs. You earn fuel points every time you shop. And with every 100 points you earn, you'll save 10 cents a gallon. Spend more and save up to $1 per gallon. And don't forget the big box stores.
You can really save on gas prices if you get your gas from Costco.
A Sam's Club, we do shop for the gas.
But if you're not a grocery store club member, there's other ways to save. At Shell, their fuel rewards can save you 3 cents a gallon. Spend more and you can save up to 35 cents per gallon. And at Circle K, you'll earn 6 cents off with their Easy Rewards card. But if you don't want to sign up for anything, don't worry. There's an app for that. There's plenty to choose from, including Gas Buddy, Gas Guru, or AAA's TripTik. For Contact 13, I'm Trisha Keene.
So the bottom line is, no matter wherever you get your gas, ask if they have a rewards program. We have more on fighting those high gas prices at ktnv.com.
All right, well, if you've been outside, you maybe have been out at the pool because the weather definitely lends itself for it. Right now, 91 degrees at McCarran, Nellis at 90. Take a look at our average, 76 degrees. And by the way, yes, it was our first 90 of the year. On average, we see it on April 18th, but the earliest ever was March 13th, so we weren't quite that early. And of course, it's still very windy outside, and you get some of that warm heat right in your face if you're running around. Double digits going to continue as we head through the next several hours. Remember, the wind advisory goes until 10 o'clock tonight. So double digits, this is the 5 o'clock hour, and then at 7, you start to see a little bit of a shift in the wind direction, but clear through the 10 o'clock hour. Notice Henderson, Boulder City well into the windy category. I think we could still see gusts between 40, maybe 45 miles per hour for the rest of this evening. Tomorrow, a very clear shift in the wind direction from the north as the system makes its final exit. So I think northern portions of the valley are still going to see gusts maybe between 25 and 30 miles per hour, particularly for the first part of the day. You can see there's lunchtime North Las Vegas with 14 mile per hour winds. And then the 4 o'clock hour and into the evening, you can see everything getting much, much quieter. Monday, we're going to be between systems, but then we're going to get another round of wind with a different system. So again, for tonight, still gusty for the next several hours through at least 9, 10 o'clock, gusts to about 45 miles per hour, stronger in southern portions of the valley. And then tomorrow between about 25 25 and 30 for northern portions of the valley. As we head to Monday, there's our between systems day, and then they start to pick up once again on Tuesday, upper and breezy as our next system starts to enter. I'll give you the first alert there on your 7-day planner. Unfortunately, what this means is the pollen's still going to be quite high over the next several days. Now, 13 first alert does their Doppler. The green's not terribly impressive, so spots in the valley, maybe west side and southwest, have seen maybe a stray sprinkle here and there, but there's been a lot more activity to our north. Even saw some lightning markers out there, but we're not expecting really any chances for rain for the rest of the evening, maybe just that stray sprinkle like we've seen. So 62 degrees overnight. Temperatures are going to stay quite mild. 60 Henderson, Boulder City. Summerlin coming in at 59, and Anthem will be that other spot that's going to be in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, not as warm as today. The system, of course, dragging in that cooler air along with those very strong winds. So we're going to be down to the low and mid 80s for much of the valley, 83 in Boulder City. Summerlin going to stay in the 70s, and Anthem will be right at that 80-degree mark, 82 in North Las Vegas. So if you're planning anything outdoors tomorrow, it's going to be a nicer day. Not quite as hot. The winds breezy, but not as blustery as today. You can see that temperature in Lake Mead, a picture perfect 79 degrees. Although the Colorado River Valley will still see some gusts out there. So if you're going to do any boating, do keep that in mind. 13 first alert, 7-day planner. Breezy winds tomorrow. Mondays are between systems day. And then we get another 90, maybe 2 on Tuesday and Wednesday. But Wednesday going to be a windy day, and it looks like Thursday is going to be a very windy day. So there you can see the cool down with the system. Doesn't really look like chances for rain at this point, but we'll continue to track that for you. We'll be down to breezy by Friday, and then wrapping it up as the system moves out over the weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Carla. The head of the National Guard says at least 500 troops have been deployed to the southwest U.S. border. The order has been signed, and those troops are on the way. Ashley Corum reports which other states are sending troops.
Troops are moving into position on the U.S. border with Mexico Saturday. This is the first wave of what could be as many as 4,000 troops deployed there over the next several months. Texas National Guard planning teams are being deployed to 5 sectors along the Texas-Mexico border. One other southwestern state, Arizona, has also announced its National Guard plans to send troops to the border next week.
This deployment has begun with the movement of equipment and troops. This initial phase of deployment will include command and control, coordination cells, and operational planning as requested.
Notifications for selected National Guard troops will be mailed out Saturday, ordering them to report as early as next week. Defense Secretary James Mattis signed that order late Friday, authorizing the mission that was first announced by President Trump.
Until we can have a wall and proper security, we're going to be guarding our border with the military.
The order comes as a caravan of Central American migrants seeking asylum moves closer to the United States through Mexico. I'm Ashley Corum, reporting.
Well, there's a group of remarkable students in the valley. They're headed to the Robotics Championship. Here's what makes these kids stand out. And the weekend weather should be perfect for a free day at Cowabunga Bay. More details when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. An Easter miracle for a 13-year-old boy who survived a fall that could have ended in tragedy. Jesse Hernandez fell through an old maintenance vent and into a sewer pipe in Los Angeles. Sanitation workers used high-tech cameras to peer into a web of drainage pipes that sit below the city. They narrowed their search and they found Jesse. Today, Jesse was reunited with the men who saved him.
I'm so thankful for everybody who was involved in my rescue. Because of them, I'm back with my family. And God for giving me another chance to live.
I shine the light in and we see Jesse standing there, and at that moment it was just shock.
The rescue involved hundreds of firefighters, park rangers, and Department of Sanitation workers. A group of more than impressive Valley Elementary School kids are heading to the Robotics World Championship in Houston. 13 Action News reporter Gina Lazara got to see the students and their robots in action.
What I see these kids get out of this program, is something that means more to me than anything else.
Rachel Kuntz gets emotional when speaking about this amazing team right here.
We've said a lot, winning is the moment, but learning is forever.
This group of kids range in age between 10 and 12 years old.
She is trying to get to the slingshot and the fountain.
Together, they built these robots out of Legos. And for a lack of better words, they make the robots do really cool things.
We do different missions around the board to get points.
It's a time-consuming, challenging task, But the Lego leaders are so good at what they do, they already won the Nevada State competition back in January.
3-0-3-1, the Lego leaders!
Now it's time to prepare for the World Championship.
I think we're really confident about winning because we have beat all the other teams, but it's not about winning, it's what we learn on the way.
There will be 100 teams from 40 different countries, all competing in Houston later this month. On top of preparing robot missions, the kids must put on a skit and teach the other teams a dance. Admirable, smart, and accomplished are a few good words to describe these kids, making their teacher, their parents, and the rest of the Las Vegas Valley proud as they head off to try and become world champs.
Look at them. I mean, they're working together, they're problem solving, they're having fun. You know, as a teacher, as a parent, I mean, I couldn't ask for more for my kids.
Gina Lazara, 13 Action News.
Awesome. Well, good luck to them in Houston. And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your weather after the break. And don't forget to download the all-new 13 Action News app. It features live streaming, video on demand, and a handy weather radar. It's free in the App Store and in Google Play. Stay with us. And here's a look at what's coming up in tonight's primetime lineup right here on ABC. Up next is NBA basketball, the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Houston Rockets. Then a special edition of 13 Action News, followed by Judge Judy. Then Inside Edition at 10, 2020. Roseanne, The Return. Then stay with us for 13 Action News at 11. The Cowabunga Bay Water Park is offering a free day for emergency personnel this weekend. It's located near Galleria in Gibson and Henderson. The park is open daily from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., so the weather should be perfect for that this weekend. It looks awesome out there.
Yeah, today it's really warm. Tomorrow, not as much, but still a nice day. 82 degrees, not as windy, so pick your poison. We're either really warm and gusty, or you have the cooler temperatures with less wind. And then we have our Between Systems Day Monday. Next system rolls in. The big wind days with this one are going to be on Wednesday and Thursday, and a cool down coming with that.
All right, get out there and enjoy it. That's our news for right now. We're always on at KTNV.com, our mobile app and Roku channel, latest version of Apple TV. We'll see you back here in